Abby Okansanya. I am a 53-year-old mom with children and I work full time. I decided to start making videos when I reached a point in my life where I just felt I needed to be in a different place. I wanted to try something new and I didn't want to live a life of regrets. And as many of you know that are over 50, they call it a midlife crisis or whatever it is. But for me, I just always felt like there was something more out there for me. I'm a corporate woman. I worked as an accountant initially and then ended up in IT, and I've been doing IT for over 20 something years. I like the fact that I work from home and I'm self employed and I'm able to be close to my kids and be able to run them around. They're teenagers right now, so it's an exciting time of the year. So I wanted to make this video to see who else is out there that is struggling to make a change in their life, whether it is that you've always had a passion for something, but you didn't quite know how to get started. I knew what my future would be if I didn't make a move. I didn't want to be depressed, and I didn't want to have this feeling when I'm 60 or when the kids are grown that I didn't go out and try to do what I really wanted to do as I've evolved. I knew that life wasn't just about making money anymore. I wanted to do something meaningful. I've always loved volunteering. I wanted to help others. So, what is it that stops people from getting out of their comfort zone? And mine was, oh my goodness, I live a life of fear. I was in fear. And what does fear do? Fear is a negative response. I mean, it can be helpful, but it's a negative response. And for me, I felt that it held me ransom. It held me ransom for so many years. I knew I wanted to go out there and do all these things, but I just felt it held me ransom, and I felt like a prisoner within my own self. Fear wants to keep you right where you are and not let you move out of that zone. And I know it wasn't right and I know I didn't like it, but how do I make a change? Where do I start from? My mind would tell me, no, you got to do this. What do you mean you're going to reinvent yourself after 50? You're kidding me. It's too late. No, it's never too late. As a matter of fact, I've always had this drive, and I even have a bigger drive now that I can make a change. And I decided to make that change today. And I didn't care about what people are going to think or how vulnerable I was going to be, but I wanted to make that step because there are others like me out there. And, I believe that as you build up your support system and whether your friends or your church or whatever the community is, that you can make that move. You can make that change. Don't let your mind hold you ransom. Don't let fear hold you ransom. Take that move. For what made me want to take that move was my growth as a Christian, my faith. I said, God, please grow my faith. I want to put all my trust in you, and you're going to lead me to make that walk, to make that move. And I said, I'm not going to live a life of fear again. God says, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, it says that God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And I said, no, God. I started decreeing to myself, God did not give me a spirit of fear. I started with that. I kept on decreeing that God did not give me a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. I can do this. Abby, you can do this. So I just started spending more time in God's word. And there's one particular thing that I'm sure there are many things people are afraid of, but there's one particular thing that I always wanted to do, but I was just overcome with anxiety and fear, and that was swimming. And I'm talking about swimming because it's a journey that has helped me go from nowhere to being held prisoner in my mind that I could never be a swimmer, to actually being somebody that swims many laps today, and I do many strokes. So how did I get to where I am today? It took me about a year. I said I was going to do something about it. So the first thing I did, I took swimming lessons, and this is not the first time I've taken swimming lessons, but I took swimming lessons and I had a great instructor. And you know how it is, training an adult versus training a kid is totally different dynamics. they have to deal with the anxiety of the adult is a far greater, and their fear is far greater. I was like, I'm going to drown, I'm going to drown, I want to put my face in the water. So I had a really good instructor, and I explained to him, where I've come from, and he was very patient, and he taught me how to relax, teaching me you got to relax. Swimming, obviously, we all know the people that swimmers out there, that relaxing your muscles, you're a better swimmer. When you tense your muscles and when you panic, what do? You started going. I finished my lessons. It was a couple of weeks, and I said, okay, this time I'm going to practice. As I say, practice makes perfect. So I started going once a week. And the first day I was out there, I felt like I sucked. I drank water. I would do a lap and I'll be out of breath. But I just kept on going. I kept on coming week after week. There would be some weeks where the activities from the kids will just take me away, and I'll be like, oh, there I go again. I'm going back into where I wasn't taking any action. But I just kept telling myself, don't worry, don't give it time. You'll get there. And I had patience. I would pray for God to give me patience, for God to give me strength, and I would always repeat so many things like, the joy of the Lord is my strength. Take reading the Bible, spending time with God will give me joy and will give me that hope that yes, I can make that swimming become a reality for me. So I work 4-day work weeks, and I have Fridays off, and usually I volunteer. So I said, okay, I'll wake up early every Friday and I'll go out there and do what I can. I don't know what I'm going to do. I will do what I can. And every time I would drive, I would be anxious of my, fear. What does fear do? Scientifically it says when you have fear, your emotions recognizes something dangerous, something that you're not comfortable with. So what does your body do? It starts to produce this hormones, and then your heart starts to beat really fast. Even before I get to the pool, I'm already going through this sensations in my brain, or whether you're sweating, and then you're just really anxious. You're like, even before you get started. And I just kept on repeating to myself, God did not give me a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, of peace, and of a sound mind. And I kept on saying, you're going to get through here. You're going to calm down. So there it was. I would go, my gym is Lifetime. I'll go to Lifetime. I will get in the water. I'll try to go early so there'll be nothing to distract me. And then I would just give it my best shot. So I also use tools like drills like Swim Pro and Swim Vice. Those were the two really helpful videos that I found. They'll break down the drills for you. So I will just take my flippers. I'll take my what you call the board, the swimming board that you use for swimming. Forgetting the terminology, but it'll come to me. And I would practice my kicks and go up and down practicing my kicks. And sometimes I wouldn't even go anywhere. I'll be laughing at myself. You're kicking, but you're not going anywhere. You're kicking so hard, you're not going anywhere. This is so frustrating. But I just kept at it week after week. And then sometimes I'll do twice a week. Sometimes I'll do 3 times a week. And I kept on doing this for a year. And now I can swim freestyle, I can swim breaststroke, and I can swim backstroke. So I just will take one stroke at a time, and I would just work on the drills. And I would use flippers when the days where I just got tired, and I would then start with flippers first, and then I would take it off, and I'd use my whole body. And before I knew it, I was getting it. I was learning how to breathe right. I was just comfortable with the water. And swimming also made me recognize when I'm stressed. A lot of people, we have all these jobs, we have kids, and we're running, we're always busy. Swimming brings me to a place where I can be calm, and I can recognize that, oh my God, I've been so stressed. I can start to feel the stress go away the longer I stayed in the water. And I would tell myself, oh, I can do this, relax. And it will take me to a real great meditative state. And I would be reciting, decreeing, Bible verses that would bring peace and joy into my soul, into my mind. And I was finally at a place where I could relax and actually enjoy swimming. And so I just wanted to encourage of those out there that do not let fear hold you ransom. You got to take action. My faith has helped me a lot. You know, you got to have faith in yourself, believing what you cannot see, right? You know, at first you can't do these things, but then if you take baby steps and you take day after day, and then you imagine yourself a year later and you kept at it and you were consistent, you can achieve anything. So swimming was one of the ways. I hope there are other ways out there for those that are seeking to make a change in their life and not going to accept complacency and not move forward. Yes, you can start over at 50.